Oh, well, hello there, friend and family. I didn't see you walk up. Yeah, I just pulled up with Alice, and we were checking the mail. Because, tomorrow, hopefully, prayerfully, with God's grace, will be my 5th and final ultra hypertension, faction, whatever, radiation treatment. You know, what we've been talking about for way too long. So I've got to take Alice down to grab some gas, fill her up, so we can make that trip tomorrow. So hey, since you already showed up, as you know, you're welcome to jump on in, Alice. No bickering and fighting. Yep, you can sit on the laps, but no sitting on the roof or the trunk lid. But there is that extra special seat in the back, the rumble seat, aka the trunk. But you got to sit inside, not on top. So hey, if you want to, I think since it's Sunday and it's 92 out there in the shade, we'll do like we used to do when we got off church. Came home and threw off our clothes, and then our mama made them hang them all back up and put them up, church clothes and church shoes. And then on occasion, Dad would exclaim, "We're going to take a Sunday ride about. And if you're good, you might get a root beer float or ice cream." Sometimes that didn't happen. But hey, since you're here, come on. Let's head on down to Buddy's. At least we can see what gas prices are in my neighborhood. And we'll hit the highway. See what's down the byway. Okay? Let's go. Oh yeah. I was going to do some little things out in the yard. Yep. But at 92 degrees, and that's always measured in the shade. Now, I don't know how hot it is out there in that bright sunshine, but I know just to finish up my watering this morning, I was already rather moist. They must be having a get together there. Everybody's parking outside. But it's partly cloudy skies, so occasionally we'll be in the shade as we drive. And what you might not know, or maybe you do, is today is officially the first day of fall. Or, as the scientists call it, and atmospheric peoples, autumn. Yeah, we learned all about that, remember? Kindergarten, elementary school. Yeah. There's always a proper name, and then what we all call it. As you know, proper name's autumn. We all call it fall. Yeah, so there's that. I think before we get too far down, we're going to have to give our windshield just a little bit of a clean. But I'll probably do that and turn off y'all for just a bit. Let you relax here in the shade. Okay, so hold on. Well, that looks a little better. Uh-oh, we got a street coming down. Now, you all can see much clearly with a somewhat clean windshield. It's not like I'm going to get out there in this heat with the window cleaner and some paper towels and spruce it up. Ain't going to happen. But hopefully, everybody's not stopping off at Buddy's for lunch after church. We'll just have to see. I mean, I could make it tomorrow. We got a half a tank. But I like to be filled up when I hit the road. You never know what's going to happen. Like what happened Wednesday. Massive traffic jam. This person doesn't know where they're going. Whoa, gas is down to $2.73. Woo! I'm loving it and I'm loving it. But I think that's just a ploy. Till after the election. We'll just have to wait and see. But hey, I'm going to jump out and fill old Alice up. Maybe run in and get something to drink. So if you'd like to, pile on out. Come on in, but behave. And hey, you got to pay for your own drinks and snacks. Yeah, this is economy class today. Well, y'all all buckle back in. Yeah, y'all share. You know, if somebody didn't get a drink or a snack, share. Be nice. And here we go. We got a full tank of gas. And you can see the price right there. $273.9. I wish they'd just go ahead and get rid of the 0.9. Come on. When has it ever been anything else but 0.9? I mean, really. Oops. Y'all sit tight. Alice is ready to get on the road. And I am too. Just need to get out and about. And what better way than to take a Sunday after church drive, like we used to when we were young. Plus, the trees, you might see some early turning. No, I think more of that's not because it's now fall, it's more about the drought that continues to linger on. Yeah, that rain we got the first last week was really nice. That 3.5, 4 inches, but you couldn't tell it now. And they're updating their Bolero to an Arco, making it look all nice and shiny again. Hey, well, that's a good thing too. The pecans are starting to fall from the pecan trees, but because of the drought, they prematurely lost a lot of pecans this year. So there's that. People are already at Larry Melvin's having that, oh, what is it, after church brunch? Yep, it's a wonderful day in Mr. Tom's neighborhood. Yeah, Alice, she's had a lot of driving over the last few months. Well, really, all this year. And she's come through it like a champ. Yes, she has. Can't complain a bit. Ooh, now if y'all get chilly, remember Alice, she has an air conditioning system that will freeze you out. You know, there's Maypops. They're already sold out of barbecue. Well, it is 120. Yeah. And of course that's man's time. It'd be 12:20 God's time. Yeah, maybe we should just go back to God's time, which is go an hour back. I know all of y'all are saying don't do that, but then let's do this. Let's just go to work an hour early, and wouldn't that be the same? Yeah, just reset it all. Instead of the clock, we reset our lifestyle. You know, of course it doesn't matter to me. I'm retired now. I get up whenever I want to. Or, yeah, well, there's a lot of days, especially here lately, that I have to get up because I have to. Yeah. But we're still pretty green. That nice drenching rain we got back first part of the week and last weekend really helped out a lot, because things were just wilting and turning all brown, as you seen. Now they're starting to green back up. People had to come out, start mowing the grass down as low as they can get it, so the lawn cops won't get you. And I'm still looking for fall start, you know, starting plants. But I think Superfoods is going to disappoint me this year, unless they're just running late, because they have yet to put any plants out. They haven't put the shelves up like they normally do when they're done. But there's nothing on the shelves. The shelves are bare. But where we're at, we're on Highway 14. It's a pretty good old road, maintained well by the state. successful drive. And this Highway 14 takes us up to Liberty City, which at one time was the heart of the pecan industry in these parts. Well, it still is, but not so much these days. There's still pecan orchards up there, but nothing like it was back in the day. I'd say less than 20% of what it was when it was king. Tommy King, that is. And he's got pecan orchards or groves or whatever you call them up here too. And if you look as we ride, a lot of these trees on the side of the road are remnants of those pecan orchards that used to run all the way along this highway, all the way from Tallahassee, all the way to Nocasogua, Alabama, which is where we're driving to. And here again, there are many who don't watch these drive-about videos, but there's a certain group of you that do. And I like doing them just for you. And I like to get out of the house when I just really don't feel like doing much other than sitting on my butt and looking at the sights and scenery like we're all doing now. And hey, if you don't like the commentary, hey, that's the great thing about YouTube. You can turn the volume off, put in your favorite ride along tunes, and just enjoy the scenery of my neighborhood in the deep south of Alabama. And for a short stretch here, we're in Macon County. I personally live in Tallapoosa. Yep, I surely do. But if you were to drive down this highway and knew what pecan trees look like there's ones over there, all in those people's yards, and they've gotten wild now. The squirrels bury the nuts in the forest, and they spread out sporadically all throughout the forest around here. Of course, at one time, they too were all pecan orchards. Oh, we got some sorghum over on the left looking good. Oh, excuse me. That may be millet. I get the two confused. Ooh, look at those nice, fine, round bales of hay. He may get one more cutting off of that if he's careful. Somebody killed all their bamboo. That was probably the state. Yeah. Kill it off the side of the highway. Now they come down with that thing that cuts all the trees off the side of the highway, and then they come down with spray. Yeah. Just poison more of America, folks. Yes, we do. And that's some toxic stuff they spray on the sides of the highway. If I had to guess, that's paraquat. You look that up. P-A-R-A-Q-U-A-T. That is some toxic, lethal weed killer. Yes, it is. The cotton's all starting to pop out. I was noticing over in the field there. Woo! Elmer's is still doing a hot business after church. You know, he's got one of those, I think it's, you can have anything a la carte, but their claim to fame, which is quite common in the South, is what's called a meat and three. You get your choice of meat, which can be any of several: chicken, beef, pork, such as that. Here comes one of the important people. Oh yeah. Now I'm doing nearly 60. See how much more important he is? He's at least 90 more important than we. Anyway, back to Elmer's. So you get a meat and three, and then they'll have all kinds of vegetables, you know, soups, breads. Yes, there will be cornbread muffins or cornbread squares. There'll probably be biscuits thrown in the mix, if I had to guess. It's been a long time since I've been there. Oh, we've made it to Liberty City. Just like that. The only thing left of it is their old grocery store, which is converted into a convenience store now. But for these people that live way out here, hey, there's the Peacon DeRosa. See what I told you? At one time, pecans were king up here. Yep. All those trees right in front of you there off to the left, those are remnants of the Peacon Orchards. In fact, all these large trees, with the exception of the pines and a few others, are pecan trees of some kind. Woo, gas up here, 271. Yeah, but there ain't no sense driving, you know, some 15 miles down the road, 15, 20, just to save 2 cents. Which reminds me, if you're still hanging in here with us, I mean, Alice is chilled on down now. I can hear some crunching in the back seat and over in the shotgun. Yeah, there's Tommy King Peacon. So I know y'all are comfortable as we ride along. Yeah, some of the trees are just starting to turn. That rain saved them though. I'll say that. And I always like reading the signs that the churches put out. They change them every week. Some of them are rather insightful. And some of them can give you good guidance if we just read along. And of course then you gotta do along. Here we got another one. Now I'm dead on 55, but I ain't in a hurry. See, look at here, over to the right. See all those white? That's cotton. All filling out. Woo. It's pretty stuff till they hit it with the chemicals to defoliate it. And you know when they do it, because you can smell it miles away. And did you know a fun fact about our cotton crops anymore? Over 80 to 90% of the cotton we grow in America is exported, primarily to China. Yeah, we ship them over our cotton, they ship us back clothes and stuff. Yeah, that makes total sense, really. And everybody's worried about using less fuel, saving the planet. Well, there's a big one right there. In fact, why don't we take all of our own stuff that we grow here, process it, package it, and sell it here? I know that sounds like a novel idea, doesn't it? I just don't think our senators and congressmen and all those people in Washington can wrap their head around that. No, they can just put more taxes and tariffs and whatever to try to stop it. But that was enough of the politics session of this drive about. Woo. It's been a long time since I've been up here. There's been some new homes. Some of the homes have been fixed up. It's just a nice, peaceful ride. We're getting close to Nagasogam right now. I wish I could tell you I remembered how close. I want to make sure I do the speed limit inside their city limits. Their policeman's rather proud. He'll jump on you in a heartbeat. Keeping the law. But, you know, the road just winds in and out, up and down. It gives you a peaceful sensation. You know, and since the road is so nice, you know, we're in their city limits. We got to knock her down to 45. Now, Nagasogam is a very old town. Yeah, it used to have a train station and was where people would come from all around, you know, to trade their goods and sell things, buy things, and it was quite a city at one time. Notice I said at one time. It's still got a lot of going on, you know, if you like small town. If you want that small town vibe and feel. But, you know, if too many people come, it won't be a small town anymore. Then it'll be a large town. And all of that goes away too. But here we are. And it seems like we're going so slow on such a nice highway. But trust me, that's a good thing. As we get on in. Now, I just came up here for one reason, and that was to see what they had up at the feed store. Now, it's not open on Sunday, and that was on purpose. Wanted to come up here on purpose when it wasn't open. Just see what they had. I can take a peek from the car and know if they got plant starts out, and if they do, and I feel up to it tomorrow when I get done with my treatments, or maybe Tuesday or whenever day I feel like it, I can run up here and get me some. Plus, like I said, I wanted to take a ride. Didn't y'all want to take a ride too? See this quaint little town? Of course, like all small towns, you start riding around it too much, people start to get curious. Especially the law. Why does he keep going back and forth? And what's that? It's a little black box hanging off the windshield. Little does he know, that's all of you. But it's right down here. If it's still open, I mean, Lord, I haven't been up here in a couple of years. Well, maybe more than that. All truth be known. And by golly, Miss Molly, I think they got some out. I think they do. Yes, they do. Right there. I'll show them to you. Right here. See them right over there in the shade? That's what we're after. So you know where we'll be coming back to. But yeah, just wanted to get out of the house, take a little ride about on a nice, comfortable, smooth road. Yep, I know for some it's hard to believe that Alabama has such things, but we have many of them. Yes, we do. Yeah, I mean, those of you who ride with me all the time can attest to that. Now, there are times when I take you into the back country where we got to pipe in the sunshine. You know the places. And that can get a little bit bumpy because they are the paths less traveled. Yes, they are. And as always, they tend to be in the poorest of places. So yeah, now I'm excited. I figured the feed store would have fall plant starts. Woo, there's a nice little house for sale, a little white house. Yep, just a little small quiet community. And once I get feeling better, once I get feeling better, where and it gets cooler, sometimes late fall, early winter, we could come up here, drive around some, and actually get out of the car and walk downtown if you like to. Because in all honesty, folks, with my energy levels where they are and everything, I only do as much walking currently as I have to. You've noticed this past year I haven't done a lot of walkabouts. out in the big woods. There's been many reasons for that. Most of them health related. So there's that. Ooh, that's a nice house there. Been there forever. I bet it was built back in the early 20th century. Or maybe even earlier. Well, now we can kick it up a little bit. And we're going to head her back on home. I mean, the whole reason for the ride today was to take in the scenery, enjoy the ride in the AC. Oh, there's another little place for sale. Quite nice. Way out here in the country. They're probably wanting a fortune for it. Yes, they are. House prices have become ridiculous. But it's just nice to get out and hear the roar of the road and the whine of the tires. Now that's music to me. And let your thoughts drift. And boy, my thoughts got a lot to drift away from this year. So that's about all this episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood was about. Riding down a winding road to see what we could see. And to see if something we desire would actually be. And yes, we found it. Yeah. We may have to go 25 miles to get it, but we're going to get them. And I know some are saying you can plant by seed. Well, I planted by seed, and the heat killed them. Tender seedlings, yeah, especially cool climate and cool season veggies don't hold up. I planted kale. I planted collards. What happened to all of them? They burnt slap up. They looked like they were going to make it for several weeks, and then they got way back up in the high 90s. And I missed the watering because I was at, getting a radiation treatment, and they never recovered from that. So there was that. And now times of waste and temperatures will be falling off rather dramatically here in the next week or so, according to the 10-day forecast out in the future, So, if I can pick up a few plant starts that fill my heart with joy, and give me the hope that not only will they grow, but old Mr. Tom will grow too. Sometimes it's worth an extra buck or two just to instill that hope in you. You can't take it with you, folks. You really can't. Ooh, that con's looking nice. I must say. Yes, it is. But unfortunately, it won't find its way on many Americans' backs. And one day we can come up here to Liberty City. Of course, these are little pecan orchards now. It's not much to see. A few cracking machines, shelling machines, and baggers, and that's about it. And they don't waste no time from the time they go out to gather the nuts till they get them all shelled and sacked and boxed up. It's a very short period of time. And I don't know how well they've done this year, because most of the orchards aren't irrigated. They depend on rain. And I'll tell you, my 3 trees in the yard, they drop most of their nuts prematurely. I mean, I don't use them. They're normally just squirrel food. every once in a while, you know, when the moon turns magenta, I might pick some up, chop them up, put them in some ice cream or muffins. But other than that, now that the family's gone, don't got a whole lot of use for them. So the squirrels make out. And I'm fine with that. But you must admit, if you turn me off, this is a peaceful, scenic drive. Let me know in the comments below the video, not only what your gas prices are, but on occasion, do you take a ride in the countryside too? Yeah, I know, times are tough for us all now. But like I say, you know, I don't know what you drive, but this here ride right here, approximately, I'd say about 42 to 43 miles, is going to use maybe 1.5 gallons of gas. Actually less than ounce. So what am I at? Yeah, less than $5. In my mind, that's the cheapest entertainment you can buy anywhere. I know what you're going to say. You can just watch YouTube for free, but you ain't out here enjoying the scenery. Ooh, look at that pampas grass. It's really looking nice. I had some of that. It got real invasive. So we had to take it all out. Yeah, Elmer's, I mean, they're still hanging in there. If you need a mobile home, we just passed by a Tallahassee mobile homes. And of course, you know, if you need some fine quality produce, meats, and other sundries, remember, there's always Super Foods. You know where they're always glad you came? And they always know your name. Well, that is, if you're sociable, and let them know. They can't know your name if you won't speak a word. And I've noticed that over many years of shopping. You got two kinds of people. You got the people that run around with their cart, never say a word. Then you got the ones that slowly cruise through looking at everything. That's me, even before I was doing videos and episodes of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood. I guess there's a third one too, because that's the one that aggravates me sometimes. And that's the one that stops and visits with everyone. Yeah, that one can get a little annoying at times, but hey, at least they're out of the house. Did you see all that? I think that's millet on the right. I called it sorghum. But I think sorghum and millet are sort of the same. Gosh, I'm getting old. And yeah, the sorghum grain and millet are like first and second cousins. I think, you know. Ooh, there's an old barn right there. And that's been an old barn ever since I've been up here. Yep, next year will be what? Oh my Lord. This year is 29? I can't believe it. Come next year, I'll be here 30 years. I can't believe it. Because before moving here, me and my family had never stayed in any one location for more than 3, 4, 5 years. Yeah. That might be in the same state, but we moved. Like they moved 3 times when we were in Alabama growing up. That's sort of a zenful moment. You know, I'm in here talking to all of y'all too. I mean, there's all kinds of back and forth conversations going. People trying to trade chips for gummy bears. You know, gum, chocolate. I wish I'd have told people no chocolate, because I know what's going to happen to the poster. So there is a canister of wipes right there in the console, just letting y'all know. Just 5 more miles to Tallahassee. But did you know, when you read those signs, that's to the center of the towns and cities, not to the edge. That confuses some people when they're staring anxiously at their gas gauge and it's saying dead empty, and that little blinky light's coming on with that beep. Beep, beep, beep. You're about to be walking. I'm out of fuel. I put Alice on dead empty one day on purpose, just riding around town with a 1-gallon gas can in the trunk, because I wanted to see how far I could push it. Because that is something that you need to know. How low is low? Before low is no. Gas, that is. Well, I'm glad we all stopped at Buddy's. So all of y'all can get water, snacks, Powerades, Gatorades, candy bars, chips. Yeah, I can see B back there. She didn't even settle for a small snack size. She's got a whole big bag of Lay's. Yeah, well, at least she's sharing. Well, that's a good thing. Share when you're out on a ride. But there's no A&W no more to go to get a root beer float. Of course, we could go on the other side of town. That's the only place to even get an ice cream anymore. Dairy Queen. There used to be several. Well, I don't mean several, maybe 2, possibly 3. Little bitty ice cream stands or stores along the highway we just rode back when I came here. But they're all gone. There's still one left, but it's been closed about 15 or more years now. At least they didn't tear it down. Oh, I need some water. Throat's getting dry. That hit the spot. And I'm still starting to see a lot of cars, personal cars go up for sale. Yeah, that's never a good sign. Woo, we're almost there. But if you look up here, up on the right, as we pass one of 2 of our Dollar General stores, you can see where that old ice cream stand used to be. You see? It was right there. Right there. That little yellow and blue building. And you could pull up and get you an ice cream cone, an ice cream bar, or what have you. Yes, you could. And they were so polite and nice. It's sort of like pulling up to Grandma and Grandpa's for an ice cream cone. Well, we're almost back in the neighborhood. Pretty soon I'll have to be saying bye-bye. And you see that yellow out there on the side of the road? Yep, that's goldenrod. Highly medicinal, if you want to. But for some of us, it can be a little bit tough on the old snozola and airways. But that's just breathing in the pollen. But that same pollen and those bright yellow flower heads have some really good uses if you choose to go out and clip some off and dry it for later use. I see my neighbors all over there to the right are quiet. the kiddies miss me. I always worry when Papa's out and about. So here we are, back again. I think we just broke a pecan right there. Well, y'all, we're back home. Y'all can unbuckle and start to get out and stretch your legs. I've got to get on in, and I'll probably take a little short nap. What about all of y'all? So I'm glad you could come by and take a ride with me. Hope you enjoyed the scenery, maybe some of the talk. And as always, I'm glad you came. And I hope you're glad you came too. So until the kitty crew, you know them all, Spooky, Speedy, Cleo, and of course, the princess of the house, Gracie. And our night marauders, Heathcliff, Fluffy Muffin, Dusty, and the possum gang. See y'all in that next episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood. Y'all take care. Stay safe. And may God bless y'all as you bless those in your lives. We love you for being here and doing all that you do. Goodbye for now.